YouTube and Twitch. And I'm starting a new show, something that I've been wanting to do for a while now, but I've not had the time to do, which is basically following what the name of my page is, Investing in Soccer, is. I'm going to be start doing things in real time. So for the next 2 hours, I'm going to be on YouTube and Twitch looking for deals, looking for underpriced cards, things that I can, add to my collection, talking about values and the cards I'm investing in and things like that. And then if anyone's got any questions or, any thoughts and what values are of certain cards and whatnot, feel free to come get involved. And I'm literally doing the searches in real time, seeing what I can find. I've said to many people, I'm by no means a master at this. And it's not, financial information. It's just something I'm doing in my spare time, and I get asked quite a lot of questions. So I'll be doing that for the next 2 hours, just looking at cards, looking at wax, and just seeing seeing what pops up, really. And if anyone wants to get involved, I'm going to be on YouTube and Instagram. Cyprian, hello, my friend. We've been itching and clawing for a live. I gotta keep you waiting, mate. Sometimes, you know what I mean. Can't have too much of a good thing. So about to go off. If the link is in my bio to Twitch, but I'm also going to be on YouTube as well. Hello to everyone on YouTube and Twitch. I've never done Twitch before, so I have no idea what it is. I just kind of put in my details. So that being, what's the YouTube name? It's Investing in Soccer, mate. You can just type in the search bar and it should come up. And yeah, let's talk wax, let's talk cards. I'll tell you what a few that I'm investing in. That's it, really. So I will see you all. Well, hopefully I'll see you on YouTube or Twitch, and let's have a conversation. Carters, hi Ryan, you okay, mate? How you doing? Sweet. Nice one, guys. Book Legends, nice one, mate. Yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Hopefully see you guys on one of the other platforms. Link is in the bio, and I will speak to you guys soon. All right, that's that done. Hi, everyone, whoever is in the stream. Who we got? Umage, yo, how you doing, man? Need a mod for Twitch? I don't even know what that means. Like, what? Yes. What? Mate, I am terrible with technology. Hi, Zach, mate. You okay? Happy to help moderate chat. Oh, nice one, Zach. Umaga, what is your name actually? Let me stop calling you Umaga. What's your name? And then yeah, I know we talk on Insta. Click my name and moderate it. Max. Nice one, Max. All right, let me see what I can do. How'd you do that? Hard message. I've just done that. Because I'm not actually on Twitch. I'm on it's a platform called Restream. So I basically stream from one platform, and it goes to Facebook, it goes to Twitch, it goes to YouTube, all at the same time. So it's not letting me. Galazzo, hello. Do what? Just in the chat. I'm gonna try that now. Nice one, Pop Legends, mate. Hello. Mod. Aiden, my guy. Aiden, do you know how to do this mod thing? Because Aiden is. I just done it. Sorry, guys. This is my old arse self trying to figure out how to mod. It says I've done it and then it's good. Anyway, pretty sure. Oh, we do have to look after each other, mate. You have to type it on. Oh, got you. Ah, right, okay. Oh, let me get the sound off. Wait, let me just do this, and then we'll get going, guys. Chat. Ah, okay. I got you. Got you. That makes a lot more sense. All this is new to me. We've got 2 hours, guys. We have 2 hours. How do I type in chat? Right, fuck it. I'm gonna do that another time. Because like I said, I'll do it like in about an hour or something. So anyway, oh, is it done? Oh, thank God. Oh man, this is making me look very old. Right, thank you very much for everyone who's joined. So a few of you will have had conversations with me about certain values of cards and what to look for, what to where to put your money, what's going to go up in value, what's going to go up down in value, X, Y, and Z. And it's always a difficult question because no one can predict where the market's going. There's been so many factors that have happened over the past, shall we say, 20, 21 months that people have that has happened within the hobby. But I get asked these questions like every single day, and it can change like week to week, month to month. But the basic premise of it is the same, if that makes sense. So PSA 10 slabs are going to go for the most. And yes, I know there's, and don't get me wrong, there's SGC pristine, there's BGS pristine, black labels, all that. But in general, in terms of the volume, PSA 10 slabs are going to sell for the most. Sealed wax is going to do better over time, right? So those kind of, you can still find something in the market to make money, even if it is ups and downs. So as you can see, I didn't even know I was on that page. What I'm going to be doing today is we're going to be working with a few different screens, and this is just the way I search for cards. This is what I look for. It's nothing groundbreaking. It's no secret. It's just some things that I use and the software that I use to try and get a bargain in some places. So we've got eBay, we've got 130 point, which is the two minimum I expect people to use when they're searching values of cards and searching for comparisons and prices. Yes, it's not going to be exact, but it's about taking those little nuggets from each of these things and trying to build that picture in your mind. So I use eBay. I use 130 point. I use something called Card Ladder, which is going to be new to quite a few of you possibly. And I use Market Movers as well. This one's paid, and I think I pay $50 a month, $45 a month, something like that. This one is just free, and you can get. It's not the best in terms of soccer or football, but it gives you an indication. It can give you an indication of at least the better players, which we'll go into in a second. So let me just catch up with some comments, see what people have said. Taking what? Someone mentioned a card before, and we will go back to that. Whoever mentioned the card, some card to look up. Interesting card. All right, fairway wedge. Interesting card to look at is Wander Franco's Bowman first, but must be the highest pop PSA 10 out there. Definitely did not know that. I have no idea who that person is. I'm guessing it's baseball, with it being Bowman. But I've never heard of Wander Franco. I would have thought the Zion William base is up there in terms of pop, in terms of PSA 10 9 pops. Uh, Need to come off for a no worries. That yeah, see you in a bit, mate. Take them, be a value card and turn it into a box standard one. Releasing the darkest secrets. I didn't know that. Collector's Universe is acquired card ladder. That's interesting. That's really interesting. I mean, it's a great platform. It is a really good platform to use. It's just not good for soccer. And it's really annoying to say I'm gonna have to keep saying soccer. And I know it's my name, but they're called soccer trading cards. But just for the people out there, I hate calling it soccer, but I have to. It's one of those things. What do you think of some of the Salah Prisms 2018 base PSA 9 slabbed worst investment? Salah is so underrated. It's actually insane. Salah and his World Cup. I mean, let's do it. Let's go now. Let's have that as the first one. So what? Salah PSA 9. I try and keep it as brief as I can. Salah PSA. Let's see what the PSA 10s are going for. So obviously the easiest trick in the book. Let's go to sold items. Like $29 for a PSA 10. And yeah, I'll say to everyone that like don't invest. I don't invest in base, but I have been investing in base because it's so low. But the prices of some of the best players in the world are absolutely criminal. Now, people who love football will know that these players should be higher in value, right? But if it's the US that determine the market and they don't watch this as their main sport, it's just something that they invest in. They're not. It doesn't really matter that he's one of the best in the world, Mo Salah. If there's no of that hype around him, it's just a player who scores to a lot of the people in the hobby, right? It's not like he's a player who it's got another 10 years and it can go up or his price can rise over value. Same with Kevin De Bruyne, same with Robin Lewandowski. These are being consistently the best players in the world, top 10, top 15 players in the world for the past 4 or 5 years, right? But they don't get the love compared to the rookies in the hobby. And that's kind of something that I actually noticed late. And I made a lot of mistakes in the beginning because I tried to, well, I know more about football than all these guys in the States. So I'm going to win. But it doesn't matter. If I think, let's for an example, if I think, yeah, Kevin De Bruyne, perfect example. For me, he's probably one of the greatest midfielders that the Premiership has seen. And he's definitely dominated the past 5 years, 5-6 years. Right. I think, oh, well, his prices are going at, again, let's check Kevin De Bruyne's prices. Might as well do it again. This is all real time. Let's have a look. Kevin De Bruyne. Again with Kevin De Bruyne, he's got a 2016 card as well, obviously. 20 actually the World Cup Prism for Kevin De Bruyne is going to be a bad example because he's got cards. He's got quite a few cards before. But the point remains the same, is that he's still not valued as much as what he should be in terms of footballing ability. In terms of his footballing ability, he's up there with literally the best. In terms of the hobby, and you got to separate him from the hobby. In terms of the hobby, he's pretty much non-existent. His rookie cards are not that, they're not selling for thousands and thousands. So again, it's perception. So when I started investing in the hobby, I was doing players that I thought were the best players, but it didn't translate. It only translates to people people who watch football religiously and know these good players. It only translates to them. But to people who are just doing this for investment purposes, that's what they're doing. They're looking at it as an investment purpose. So they're looking at it from the stance of, well, if I invest in this young player now, his price is going to continue to go up. Case in point is Moukoko. Moukoko prices started high, which I don't, and I've said this to many people, I don't agree that his prices should be the way they are. I've literally got, where's it gone? Where's it gone? I've literally got this up now. Where's the camera? I've literally got this up now for 8.5 grand. I choked a bit when I said that myself. I've got this up for 8.5 grand. Do I think it's worth 8.5 grand? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But that's what the market is telling me it's worth. So if the market's saying that, that's what I'm going to value that card at, right? And that's where I think a lot of people don't get the difference in terms of the way the cards are marketed. Someone's laughing at that card. And that's why people don't necessarily understand how the market, how the secondary market or the investment market works. People invest early so that they can see the benefits later down the line. Whether or right, it's wrong or right. People invest in thousands in these. Let me just go, because what'll happen quite a lot over the next hour or so is that I will go on multiple tangents. So I will try and bring myself back to the original point and see some of the comments. So, and by the way, for people who are watching on whatever platform, if I'm answering a question, it's because there's stuff on YouTube, there's stuff on, I'm getting messages from Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, so you guys might not see what I'm seeing, just in case it sounds odd. So back to the beginning, right? Yeah, again, Cyprian, he is underrated. Now, the thing with back to Mo Salah, just quickly, just to finish answering Cyprian's question. So what you're then looking for Mo Salah is the peaks in where he can rise. So let's go over to Card Ladder. And I've not done Mo Salah before, so I don't know if he's in this set or not. Oh, he is. Nice. So if we then take a look at Mo Salah, he said PSA 9s are going for about $25. So, I'm going to be drinking a lot of water today. So, as you can see, Card Ladder is actually, in terms of a platform to use, as I mentioned before, it's really good. It gives you a lot of data. And if you're a geek like me, I love data. And it helps, painting that picture helps tell a story, right? So, with Mo Salah, what's happened? So there was a sale. Right, should we see view all sales? I can't view all sales. But you can see with Salah, the trend is they selling mostly the same. I'm guessing each point is a sale. Number of sales 31. Average is 20. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 35, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Yeah, okay. So each point is is a sale, right? So as you can see, it's, if we drew a line across it as a median, it's pretty average, and the average price being 20. So if you're buying the slab now, what did we say they were at? So as you can see, some of these prices are just all over the place. So 29 was the last one. And then 4 days before, one went for 45. Is that a PSA 10? Yeah, both PSA 10s. One went for 45, one went for 29. What can we find? What's it for sale now? BGS 9.5, $19. Obviously, that'll probably go to about 30. This is what this is going to be, by the way. Mostly me just looking at cards and see if I can pick up anything. So back to Card Ladder. So the average is selling for about $20. So if you're looking at the trend, is the trend going up or is the trend going down? And what is there to come in that period, right? So again, the points when you're looking at plays like these is you're not thinking, right, it's $20, it's going to go to $200 because you can see based on the graph that over time, and this is going back to the 9th of February. Yeah, American date. Yeah, it's going back to the 9th of February. Over that time period, it's not, his cards haven't moved much, right? In terms of value. Fluctuated, been odd high sale here, there, and everywhere. But realistically, you could probably pick it up for around $25, $25, $30. So what's going to make it go higher? You're looking at Liverpool winning the league or close to winning the league. Again, it's always the anticipation of things happening rather than it actually happening. So Liverpool winning the league, going deep in the Champions League, Salah becoming the top goal scorer, and then we've got the World Cup. So imagine, I don't know if I've not checked the African qualifiers, so someone can correct me. I don't know if Egypt have already qualified or if they're about to qualify, but the chances are if you can get his prices at $20 and all these touch points happen by the World Cup, it might be a $40 card. I don't think it'll be ever a $200-$300 card, but it's about making the profit. Can you make 100% profit? If you buy it for 20, can you sell it for 40? If you buy it for 22, can you sell it for 37? So it's about all these different touch points. With players like this, Salah, Kevin De Bruyne, it's just never going to hit until it gets more mainstream with more people from a footballing background starts investing in the hobby. These types of players are going to be kind of middle of the road kind of thing. So in terms of that, if you can pick up Salah at a decent price and those things happen, it's probably a good buy. I'm picking things up cheap, stuff like I've not got any Salahs, but stuff like Salah. I'm starting to pick up cards and hopefully then by the World Cup, which is I'm kind of building all these. I'm building up to. I can actually turn a profit. So that was one question out of the way. Franco is pretty much the next Mike Trout. Oh, again, baseball's new. I've heard of Mike Trout and I've heard of I was going to say a name then, but I forgot it. Soto and some other, I think is a Cuban guy, and a Japanese guy, or Yeni or something like that. But my knowledge of baseball is less than my knowledge of basketball, and my knowledge of basketball is low. Lewandowski is criminally underpriced. Definitely criminally underpriced. Well, one player. Sebastian Puso. How you say? One player who is criminally underpriced is Trezeguet. He was class. His auto shouldn't go for that. That absolutely baffles me. I remember pulling an immaculate to 10 Trezeguet. It was actually I think that was the first big card that I got, and it was, I think I sold it for like $90, and I was like, any other player, it would have been hundreds. I would have been able to sell it for. I would have been able to sell it for hundreds, but I think he's criminal underpriced. I never liked him at the time because he was just. I just didn't like him as a striker, but that was more of just the footballing side of things. It wasn't for me. Him, Inzaghi, I didn't like, but they're legends and they scored. So when you look back at the career, you're like, oh my god, these are amazing players. I seen the Merlin 15 went for like 3.5K. I'm not. Again, I've been chatting absolute crap for 20 minutes now. What cards would you recommend buying under 50 quid at them? Do you know what I'd go for? And this is the second time I've invested in this guy. Is Jadon Sancho. I think it's an underrated card. I mean, I don't know what the chat thinks. Let me know. But Jadon Sancho, rated rookie. Let's go for the PSA 9. Woo! Oh, that's a Domrus. That's a Domrus. Now, I don't condone buying into base, right? But if the card is already being graded, I definitely wouldn't grade base. If the card is already graded and it's cheap as chips, I can see room to move. Jadon Sancho's prices have been on the floor for a while. I tried to invest in the Euros before the Euros for him, and it didn't work out because he didn't play, which is fair enough. But I kept hold of the cards. I didn't sell them as the prices were going down because I think there's still a market. He's young enough. He's one of those that is young enough to still gather that hype. And I think personally, again, this is just everything's just in my opinion. He has a lot of room to grow. He has a lot of room to do a lot of things for Manchester United. Man United have a lot of growing to do themselves. They're miles away from winning the league. They're miles away from winning the Champions League. But they will get there because they'll have the money to spend. And Jadon Sancho, I think, is going to be a focal point of that. Be interesting to see him in this new team with Ragnarik. But yeah, that's my opinion. So for me, for under however many, do you know what? I bet everyone's going to put a bid in now. I'm going to put a bid in on this. 475. That makes it to 17. But before I do that, before you just jump into sales, because this is what I do. Let me see what I've been selling for. So 19, 15. See, like that, $10, $9. And you just got to think there's going to be someone who's going to buy that. Someone will buy that at $20. Someone will buy that at $25. If he's scoring regularly, if he's assisting regularly, that $9 card, whoever's got that at $16 all in, is laughing. Because you can't tell me that card, that's not at least a $25 card. So again, to make the profit, yeah, it's not making substantial profit and you're not making hundreds, but it's not always about that. As long as you're making profit, that's all that really matters. So imagine having that card at that price and just trying to flip it to a Man United fan, to someone who collects Sancho. So there'll be people out there who will see that as a bargain and will try and, you might be able to sell it for 20, 30 quid. So if we go to Jadon Sancho, ooh, let's go on card ladder. Actually, I don't know. Is Sancho in there? So Jadon Sancho base. So, and I think everyone, so you can see this is on a decline, right? This is on a decline now. And that's because what? He's not been playing. He's not been scoring. He has, I know, he scored last two, but this is coming from, when's this? Last date was 9th of February. 9th of February? September the 9th? September the 5th of September. When, he's not been doing anything. Now that he's starting to score, boom. Heads up. I mean, can anyone tell me like when the last goal was? Because this will probably have a a knock-on effect. So if this was on the 17th of November, sorry, it's the American dates, it's just confusing me. Not like it's 17 months, so I don't know why I'd be confused. The 17th of November for $21, for $23, for $19, for $15. So that $9 card is already making money. So you see, that's what I mean. So like it's going to go up. What if you get that? What is this one on now? And if anyone's bidding on this, let me know, because I want to know if I've influenced you. Here we go. Oh, it's 12 minutes left still. Should I put in a cheeky bid? No, because I know someone's going to bid me up. Fuck it, $15. Right, which one of you pricks is going to outbid me? So with Jadon Sancho. Sorry, the question was who to invest in. I think Jadon Sancho's a perfect example. You've seen there what his prices of the cards are going for. You've seen kind of what effects. I mean, people in this chat will know anyway what affects the market. So for $10, $15, $20, $25, which is what, 18, 20 quid. For me, it's worth a risk. And these are, like I said, these are PSA 9s. PSA 10s will be going for, I don't know, maybe 50, 60 quid. Obviously, if you've got the money, I'd prefer, 50, 40, 50. Again, just to reiterate, I don't say buy base, but I think if you think that the price is a rock bottom price and you've done your research, you've looked at what things may have sold for when he was doing really well, what he's selling for, and what they're going for now. If you think there's room for it to go up, why not? Why not? I invested when the cards were at 80. I invested when there was 80. So like I've got a long way to go before I make my investment back. And at that time they were decent. Because the pop on these, they're not that high. They're not in the tens of, they're not high. So there's still only a certain number of them that are in circulation in terms of pop. And there'll be a lot of that where people will just keep it because they are going to be wanting to get their investment back. There will be people who had these at 150, 200 that they're waiting for the investment back. So if you think if you're buying it $30, $40, I've still got to wait until it reaches at least 70, 80. So you could have made 3 times your money back by then. So again, that's one investment. I hope that's answered that question. Aiden. David, hello, sir. I missed the start. Is there a reason that you're looking on World Cup? Yeah, sorry, H. Yeah, just answering questions now at the moment. Probably got that from my long chat. My knowledge of baseball cards is Alex Pie. I don't even know that is. I saw something on Project 70 coming back, but again, I'm just like, I do need to kind of broaden my horizon in terms of different sports. I have just remained to football, but I would like to look at different things. F1 definitely, basketball, but again, my knowledge, I've got quite a steep learning curve to do in terms of basketball. F1 I know because I watch it weekly. But any other sport apart from that, no chance. I'd agree with Sancho. £5 on Sancho. Is it £5? $5 even. Thanks. Yeah, no worries, Aiden, mate. Bidding more time. I know it's gonna go high. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting. To be fair, I wouldn't normally go in on the Don Riz. If I'm doing it, I'll go for the optic because that's even less in circulation. Because obviously it's not the base. So I would go optic. Obviously, optics aren't numbered or anything. But I again, it's just looking for the deal and seeing that, and this is what I kind of want to do more. So I will be doing all this live for the next few hours. I'm sure there's going to be a lull where I'm just looking at cards, but feel free to throw questions in at any time. I got killed on a Weston McKinney card, paid 25. Yeah. Oh, mate. Let me see. I'm trying to look at all the cards that I've recently gone in on. Where are my cards? So this is one I bought as an investment, and this is actually, I think this has actually gone down. This is another one that's gone down. So this is David Beckham, PSA 10. I think I paid about $300 for it, 320, and it's going for 2006. I think it's going for like 230 now. 2006 Mini World Cup. David Beckham, obviously. And there's a few. Let me track this. See what it's going for. But I think, yeah, it's going for around 900 to 300. Ooh. Yeah, 200. 200 was the last one on the 17th of November, which was about 2 weeks ago. I'm going to save it to the World Cup. I think the pops on it about 400-500. I think something like that, 400-500. I was actually going to sell it last month. Because it was about 280-290. I was going to take a loss, and then I was going to invest that into something else. But then the rumors are that he's going to be the face of Qatar. He was then out in Qatar for the F1 race, and I was like, you know what? Hold it, because if it gets to 500, I'd be happy. I'll probably sell around 500. It might not. If not, I think it's a cool card to have anyway. It's my only David Beckham. I sold all my stickers like a twat. So that's the only David Beckham card I got. And again, it kind of amazes me with David Beckham. It's just his star power, right? He had a wand of a left foot, but if you're picking a team, you're not picking David Beckham in the team. I would highly doubt most people in their world 11, best ever 11, picks David Beckham. And people will argue with me on that one, and I accept the argument in a old school 4-4-2 formation. But if we're playing how the new people play now, 4-3-3, 3-2-3-1, David Beckham doesn't fit into that team. So old school, potentially in a 4-4-2 as a winger, but not in the way they play now. He's too old school for that. So anyway, I'll jump up during World Cup events after he comes back. Element of Luck involved 2. It's from Galazzo Cards. I got 5 Lahajlovic's rookie tickets. Oh mate. Yeah, I was looking. Do you know what? I was looking at Vlahovic yesterday. I was looking at Vlahovic yesterday. I was looking at his rookie ticket, and it's going for money. There was actually a guy who messaged me that I didn't know. Actually, Welsh class. I think he's in the chat. So I was looking up the card for him because he asked me, "Oh, what do you think this is valued?" And I was looking, and the 5 went for Spectra. To 5 Spectra went for like $115, I think. And the base and the unnumbered ones are going for around 20-30, and he sold it for way more than what it was. But I've just realized that in the past 2-3 weeks, his cards have just gone. So any sales before that is absolutely mental. But that's the beauty of it. That's the absolute beauty of it. How it can just change within 2 weeks. Got lots with the standard silver writing too. And those prices are rising rapidly. He is class like Kobe Bryant. Wouldn't you want to hold until he gets sold? I mean, so I've got different investments. So like, as in, I got different methods of investing. So there's ones that I'll punt on, and I want to basically what I want to do is I want to say if I put £1,000 in the next year, I want that 1,000 to go to 5,000. then with that 5,000, I might only invest in 2 or 3 cards, but ones that I know will increase long term, over the next 10, 15 years. But in the short term, I'm trying to build up the money because I've not got money to buy a MJ rookie. I've not got money to buy right now a Ronaldo PSA 10, a Thierry Henry PSA 10 sticker rookie. So the way to get to those levels is to kind of build it up slowly. So that's what I'm trying to do. I've got a few cards that I'm holding long term and holding for 4, 5, 6 years at least. But the majority of cards that I'm holding is because I'm looking to flip within 3 to 6 months. So I've been building a stack. Actually, let me. I'll show you my stack. Where is it? 2 minutes, guys. Converse amongst yourselves. So this is my most recent stack. Where to put these? Whew! Just running those fucking stairs. Jesus Christ. Someone, Body Changing Fitness, someone just said PSA bought Card Ladder. That's crazy. That's so good though. That is really good. It is a great platform. It is a great platform. I've joined late. Easy, Lawrence, mate. We're not talked much. I don't think. Well, obviously, I've talked a lot, but we're just kind of going through the motions, talking about what I use. Talked about Mo Salah a little bit and how he's undervalued and his price. Oh, this is what I do all the time. I forgot the card. Right, who sniped me? I know one of you sniped me. Oh. Oh, wouldn't it? Oh, nice. Thank you very much, guys, for not sniping me on that one. Got that for 14.50. Nice. So right, so exactly, so yeah, with that one 14.50, I'm amazed. So that's what, $19. So $19 for a PSA 9. I'm gonna sell that one within 2 weeks for 30. Let's say for $30. I will sell that for $30 within 2 weeks. Yeah, actually, no, this Christmas period is going to be loads of games. If he can get 2 or 3 goals in next week, I will sell that for about $30. For about $30. So not massive amounts, but it's going to be 30-40% on my investment, and that's what I'm trying to aim to do. So I'm happy with that. Whoever mentioned, oh no, it was whoever said 15 a price under $50, 50 quid. So thank you for that question, or otherwise I wouldn't have seen that. Do you think PSA 10 is overrated? Why not just be content with a good looking PSA 9? I don't think PSA 10 is overrated, for the simple fact of it's what everyone compares everything else to. And I think it's just got this stamp that is just so out there. I agree, in terms of, I think because I grade cards for others, and the right card, a PSA 9 is perfectly acceptable. I collect a lot of 9s because a lot of 9s are undervalued. So I collect a lot of 9s. But at the same time, if I could, I would buy tens. Now, the way I'd see tens and nines, and I'll use this example a lot, and I'll also say stuff that doesn't make sense a lot. So again, just bear with me. I'll catch myself at some point. But a 10, I would compare more towards something like the stock market. Sorry, bonds. Bonds, which kind of they don't necessarily go up quicker or as much fluctuation. The more of a solid investment at 10, which is why I don't say that they're overrated, because I think it's a solid card to have, because that's the benchmark. Even though there's other cards better, is in BGS Pristine, BGS Black Label, whatever, which are effectively supposed to be better than a PSA 10, but everything will always get compared to the PSA 10, right? So, but for me, a 9 is undervalued. So there's a lot of 9s out there that are undervalued, which is still great cards to have, because you're talking about perfection to near perfection, right? And most people can afford near to perfection. They can't afford perfection. So I don't think the 10s are overrated. I just think it's just they're just solid. Whereas a 9, I think 9s are underrated. And I think 9s have more room to grow. They change a lot more. They fluctuate, sorry, a lot more. And if you can catch them at the right time, a 9 is a solid investment. Will you be going to any of the car shows? Yeah, I need to get to. I'm going to UK Box. Well, that's obviously a while away, but that's it. I think it's in May. I'm going to UK Box Breaks and Soccer Breakers, which I think is going to be a really good event. I'm trying to get to London. I don't have a table at London, but I'll definitely be there. I've not actually been to a card show in the UK yet. I've not actually been to any card show. I don't know why I said that. I've not been to any card show. So I'm looking forward to the one in London, and then the one in Bolton. I used to live in Bolton, so it's not far from where I am now. I'm in Manchester now, but it's not far from where I am now. So I'll definitely be going to the one in Bolton. I'm going to try and get it. I keep forgetting to book a table. If I do, I'll be booking a table because of grading, so investing in soccer grading. But I want to chat to as many people as possible. So if anyone's going to any of those card shows, literally just hit me up, because I'd love to converse with you guys. I pulled the Chronicles 1 of 1 Patrick Bamford the other day. Have no clue how to value it. I'll show you my Patrick Bamford. Hold on. We be going PSA 5 greater than. And I mean, again, with PSA as well, like, depending on who it is dependent on your price bracket. If you can't afford a PSA 9, then you go to a PSA 8. If you can't afford a PSA 8, go to a PSA 7. Again, some cards it might be less effective to do that. If it's like a base Sancho, you're better off buying it raw than you are buying it graded. But the more vintage stuff, the older stuff, then the lower grades you can still make money. I was looking at as you can see my history here. I'm always looking at this sticker. Oh, my guy Thierry Henry. My goal, my grail is a PSA 10 in this sticker, which I think is going for about 128 grand at the moment. So I've got a while to go. We'll see with the London one. Oh, nice one, mate. Nice one, Lawrence. Yeah, definitely, mate. So yeah, Lawrence is a good example. Like he submitted, which look beautiful, a Cantona and Cannavaro, legends of the game. You're not looking for the PSA SGC 10s. SGC are good for vintage, for high grades in that card, because it's so hard to get anyway. So you are looking for more of the lower grades on those cards. So again, it's not always about trying to get the PSA 10. Look at where the market is. Sometimes it might be a PSA 8 is good enough to buy in, or at least to not to buy in, to submit your cards. Like I've just recently sent off some to PSA and SGC. But it's not always about the 10. So in terms of your question, James, yeah, I get what you're saying in terms of it being overrated, but I think it's just solid, and that the other scores are underrated while the 10 is appropriately rated. So some of the cards that I have invested in that I'm looking to flip to make money within the next 3 months, and I'll come back to the Bamford question as well, because I know I realised that I've not answered that question. So I've got a Reina 9. A lot of these cards are cards that I've pulled from the breaks I've participated in from that. So the overall value is obviously a lot lower. So it's not like I've bought this for however much on eBay and then I'm looking to profit off that. I bought it, I slabbed it, and then looking to make profit on it. So this is to 99. A Reina. I'll get my cameras. Yeah. A 99 Reina 9. Second year card. Hopefully by World Cup. I think so. I played 30. So I paid 30 quid. Or technically $30 to grade. And I can't remember the price actually of the break that I did in. But I know the reason why I sent it is because I was, even if I sell this for like $50, $60, I'm in profit. So this is one. I got an Audio Stadium Club. Oh, nice. I had the Merlin. I think it was the under 23s one. I can't remember now. One of Reina. That was a beauty. That was a beauty. I actually sold it to a Reina collector and got decent money from that. So that's one. A guy who I think he was on the cusp. He was on the cusp of being great. Reina. Now I pulled this from this was from a personal Merlin Heritage that I got this, and I've got quite a few cards that I've graded from that in this. So the price that I've actually paid is quite low as well. So I'm kind of waiting for him to kick on, Barcelona to get better. This was to 49. Again, if I can sell it for $50, $60, made money. Got a Messi 25. This is just a 9. Again, this was from the same pack. So breaking, and if you can get wax at a good, but that's the gamble, and that's obviously where the part of the conversation is. It's gambling going into a break. It's gambling opening the wax that you're gonna get, hoping you get a few nice cards to grade. Yeah, Frankie. Yeah, he's if you're a PC collector, Frankie, do you remember he did this outrageous? And it was outrageous. This outside of the boot ball to, I can't remember who it was, Dembele or someone. No, or was it Messi? And it got ruled off for offside, but the ball was absolutely mind blowing. I was like, oh my goodness, it was crazy. I think he's a very good player, but Barcelona are just on this downturn at the moment, which I just don't think is working for him. Working for him, and I just think in this whole transition play, he's just gone at the right time. I was listening to this podcast with Stuart Downing on, and he was just talking about sometimes it's just luck with footballers, like being in the right place at the right time. Same thing happened to De Ligt, like the kind of hype and thing, because everyone came in the hobby around that time of De Ligt playing for Ajax, De Jong playing for Ajax, and then them being transferred. It probably would have worked out better for De Ligt if he went to Barcelona, and it would have worked out Frankie for the same time. I think because Barcelona have needed a centre back since Puyol and Mascherano. Like they've needed one for quite a while now, and he would have fitted that mold and might have stopped some of the issues that have gone on since. But anyway, so those are 3. Got a Bellingham 9.5. This is just a base. Yep, this is just a base. Oh, this was from a Bundesliga Chrome personal. Right, yeah, I remember now. If you might know this guy, Yusuf Demir. Another one in my PC. I snagged a nice BGS 9 Messi 2010. Oh, that's nice. You have to show me a picture of that one, mate. That is really nice. Barca will sell him in the summer. Hope he. Yeah, I mean, if he goes to somewhere in the like, he will absolutely, for me, his value will go up at some point. Holland is it the first time they've qualified for the World Cup for the last 2 World Cups? If he can get into that team and dominate, if he can get a move to a team where he's actually valued and can be creative in it, I see his value going up as well. Just because he's still so young. He's still so young. He's still got plenty of years left. So there's a lot of hype to still have about him. My guy, Richarlison. This is a PC one. This is his first sticker. It says 2018, but then it says Premier League 2016. Interesting. I've got a few Richarlisons. Obviously. One from my guy, Aiden. A guy I actually put quite a bit into, Silas Wamangituka. Oh, I thought these were a fantastic pickup. Even though the base, let me see where we are. I thought I did well here. One. Might be in my other side. So I've got a few of these. I've got 3 of these. Caden Clark moving to Leipzig. I don't know if he's done the move now, or is it in January? It might be in January. Caden Clark, SGC 10. Pick them up for, I think, $25. So I'm hoping if he can light up the Bundesliga when he moves over, sell those for around $80. So I'm very happy with that. One investment that keeps going down. Timo Werner. I think I got 4 or 5 of him somewhere. Again, these are just base. These were all supposedly they were going to be a quick flip, but then he just did not perform. I'll save that one. Pedri 9. Again, these were all from the personal. So basically, what I did is I opened the Heritage, and the Heritage only cost me 100 because I bought it at cost when it was out on Tops. Managed to get a few, and I didn't do a break with him. I didn't resell. I opened them literally just to send a load to grade. So again, these selling for. I don't think they're selling for. I don't think this set is not really doing that well. If I'm being honest, on the market, you can pick them up quite cheap. But hopefully at some point I'll be able to flip it around and make some more money. But that's one. Again, there's a few Silas bases. Let me sort these out. I do have another Beckham. Wizards. I think this was just from I think I had this from when I was a kid, and I just found it. I think there was a few that I found in like mom's basement or something. I found that. Interesting one. I think I picked this up for about $8, $9. Again, just a base boring one. So as I said, all these ones I'm showing are ones that I literally meant to get and flip within 2 months, 3 months. So this was a submission that I did back in, I want to say July, because I expected them back for around the start of the season. Yeah, I expected it back from the start of the season. So I was like, that's why there's so many base. But I genuinely don't usually buy base, especially when I'm investing in longer terms, or if I'm going in breaks, I'll only go for good spots. But the ones that I'm looking to flip, base because you can get them for 10, 20, 30, $40 and then flip for 50, 60. This is a nice one that I'm looking to sell. What else? Ansu, that's more of a personal one. Kai Havertz, another guy that I kind of think at some point he's going to I think at some point is going to improve, he's going to get better. So like this, I picked up for, again, maybe $15, something like that. Busio, again from a personal. Yeah. Kai Havertz. Oh, is the video gone? We're back. Someone just let me know if we're back. Just cut out there. Fuck knows what happened there. Are we back? Oh, nice one, Aiden. Yep, no worries, mate. Yep, speak to you in a bit, sir. Tyler, I've had my fair share of trouble with Tyler's. Yeah, we've got nice one. Right, okay. So, yep, Havertz. Cheers, Alan. A nice Jaden. Again, that's to 125. Is that PSA 10? Yeah, PSA 10, that one. And then, which is what I wanted to get to. So these were like my investments from the world for the Euros. So I got like 10 of them. Just different optics from the World Cup, from the Euros. But Mbappe decided to have a poor Euros, and Gareth decided not to play Jadon Sancho. And then that one I've shown, and then I've got some other way. So, you know, investments don't always work out, is what I was trying to get to, But I think now I still see them going up in value within the next 4 or 5 months. And we've got the World Cup coming up. So I think there's going to be room for me to sell them at a profit, or if not a profit, I'm happy to sell them at a slight loss. It's stuff that I'm monitoring all the time. So if we go to Card Ladder again and we type in Mbappe, and let's see if his pot is Jeez. So look at this. So this is the Donruss. So this is not the optic, this is the Donruss. And it's going for $23. That's insane. And you can see at one point, so 9th of September, 27th of September even. 27th of September. I wonder what happened around here for it to just rise a little bit. Because even then, $40 compared to what it is now, it's crazy. I wonder what it's been selling for very recently. There's one on bid there. There's one on bid there. Oh no, that's optic. $23.52. That's insane. $75 for a 10. So let's just have a look at the 10 quickly. a little more consistent, but still on a downward spiral. What recently? Like again, again, it's just fascinating. Imagine if that was the same card someone bought at 52, then sold at 75. You're in profit. Pop. So, oh, that's another thing. That's what's good about this website is the pop. 600 is still for a top player who's probably going to dominate the hobby market in terms for soccer, football, whatever. That's still relatively low when you compare like for like player in basketball. Like, does anyone know any who is like Mbappe of the basketball world? I have no idea. But I'd imagine again. This is I'm kind of I'm punching myself in the face here. I have no idea, but I imagine someone who's similar will have higher pops than what there is for uh basketball. Yeah, than what there is for football. Sorry, what there is for football. What is his PSA going? 9. PSA 9 in the Prism. Jeez. So 144. 144 for the PSA 9. PSA 10. Average 415. Average 144. So for me, okay. So for me, when I look at, I've got a really kind of rough estimate in my head, and it's not. I won't say it's not much logic, but like it's numbers that I've kind of thrown out there. I may have read someone seen something, or when I do my own tracking, I will have seen the difference. But what I tend to see, it's not a blanket, this always happens. But what I tend to see is if a PSA 9 is 100, the PSA 10 goes for 3 times more. And the difference between a PSA 8 and a PSA 10, PSA 8, 7.58 is basically the kind of say is you might as well buy it raw, is like 10 times the difference. It's not always the case, but it's like the rough estimation that I use. So for me, this seems reasonably priced compared to where the PSA 9 compared to where the PSA 10 is. So this should be at around this level, which is 144. So if you then look at the 10, so that was 250. That is highest. Again, shooting myself in the foot. If I was looking at the 10, I would expect it to be around 750, maybe 800, 850 kind of thing. I could be completely wrong. So 575, which I think is then underpriced. I would say then whichever the one is, one's underpriced, one's overpriced, and it's leveled out. So people always talk about the market correction. For me, that's how I kind of view it. So if I saw this at 575, 600, let's say, if I saw this at 600, I would expect to be paying 200 or less, or round about 200 for a PSA 9. So the 250 I may not have gone for because I thought it would have been too high. And as you can see, it's gone down, so the value wasn't in there. I bought one for 200 a while back, hoping it rises next year for the World Cup. I actually got one. I pulled one. I did a break. Didn't know anything. I did a break of a World Cup box looking for the Mbappe, and it didn't pull one on stream. And then I flipping pulled one because it was stuck to the back of one of the cards, and I didn't see, and it was an Mbappe PSN. So I can get whatever it is, 140 quid for it, 150 quid for it. In a PSA. I don't know, in a PSA 10, if it was a 10, 340. That's not too bad. But it's the silvers is the one you want in these. Oh my god. Oh, look at that. And look at the pop. 249. That means it's 249 in circulation, which is so low. Like, we need to start, everyone needs to start getting more acclimatized to pop rates, and they are so low in football compared to basketball, compared to American football. I'm gonna try and think of a player. Let's go. I'm not even gonna do Zion Williamson. What's the other guy? Anthony Edwards? Is he one? To be fair, I say all this. PSA being closed for quite a while will have a major effect on quite a lot of these cards because they're being shut. So the people won't be sending in the bases to PSA because it's not worth the $150 express to actually send it. So I suppose I've got to cycle back my comment a little bit, but it kind of still rings true is that the pop is low and the pop can only increase. So right now, if you can get it low, you can sell low. You'll still make money on it if you believe in the player. I still think. I mean, Alan's mentioned Mbappe. I still think the Prism's the one that's going to hold so much more value because it usually does Prism cards. So I think even though the market's down by World Cup, I think there's still a chance for it to go above 200 quid easily. So it's not. I wouldn't sell. I definitely wouldn't sell yet. I think there's too many more things that will happen to Mbappe that will help increase that cost. I think over time, it's definitely gonna move clubs. We've got the World Cup 2022. We've got him potentially winning a Ballon d'Or at some point down the line. I'm sure it'll be in the mention. Even if sometimes it's just about the player and what he brings. Everyone at the moment is saying he's going to be the next one to carry the torch. So he's going to carry that around from him for a long time. So I think the Mbappe is going to be a good buy. Another reason as well is that I've talked to a few people about it. Is the rookie class for next year? I think the rookie class for next year is poor. Like, there's not compared to this year, which was Lukaku, Bellingham, I'm Pedri, and so many other. There's so many other. I just can't think. Gravenberch. So many more that I could name. Then you look at the year before, and you've got Ansu Fati, you've got Erling Haaland, who could be the greatest to come out of it. Then the year before, you've got 18-19 Donruss. Giannis might probably still be a good shout. 18-19, yeah, Giannis is probably a good shout. 18-19 Donruss, which is Phil Foden's year, and Mbappe's in that one as well. But Mbappe's rookie is from 2016. But these cards are in limited supplies, right? So you look at the last 3 years of card collecting and the plays that have come out from it, absolutely amazing, right? Or potentially amazing. Saka's mixed up in there as well. Emil Smith Rowe's mixed up in there. Got to get my Arsenal guys in. But you look at the next year or this season, who's tearing it up in the top 5 leagues? Who? And that's a question for anyone to because I need help with this. Like, a question. Gavi's been mentioned. I don't think he's been tearing it up. I think he's been injured, actually. I think he's been injured for last month. So his cards have not been, well, he's not got any cards, but they're not going to be not going anywhere. Obviously, when he comes out, because he is literally one of the only ones that's been going on. But in terms of the hype, in terms of the hobby, no one's thinking, oh, I can't wait for this guy to come out, or I can't wait for this person to come out. Whereas before, people were expecting this Curtis Jones, who was last year as well. That's not happening this year. So I fear for this year's products because I think they're going to be more overpriced than not. So, and to give you an example of that, Immaculate is one of my favorite products. Immaculate last year. So prices that you can get it at, if you was a distributor, prices are at wholesale price, right? And there might be a recommended retail. So Immaculate last year was 1,200. I think to buy it, if you bought it from retail, I think it started out around £1,200, $1,500 maybe. To buy it as a retailer, it was 400. So if you got allocation, if you might be a big breaker or you might have a store, you might get allocated some products, right? You'll be paying $400. You were paying $400 last year. This year it's I think it's $700 at the wholesale price. So the retailer's playing $700, right? So that already, I mean, technically they should still, if they want to make money from it, they shouldn't go higher than like the $1,200, $1,500 price point. But they may push it to 2,000. If they're really smart though, they will keep it at around 12, even 1,100. They're not going to make as much as they did last year, but they'll still make more money from it. So with it, so sorry, Immaculate. So within the Immaculate, it's not. It's one of the premium products in soccer, right? But there's no one in it, and you've seen the sell. If you've seen the sell sheet from it, there's no one in it who is. There's no one in it who's a rookie. They're all established players. Like the lead base player is Saka, who was in it last year. So again, already from the way they're selling it to the retailers, they're not selling it from a rookie standpoint. So there's no one for them to buy. There's no one for us to invest in. So they're going to raise the price of the product, which is going to happen throughout next year. It's all going to go up in price. It's all going to throughout next year. It's all going to go up in price, but the price of the people in the products aren't going to be worth it. And the reason why I mentioned that point is to come back to Mbappe's, to come back to Jadon Sancho's. Is I think that then makes this year's people more profitable. Last year's people more profitable. Last year's people more profitable. I'm saying this year is in the products that have come out this year. The Pedris are going to be more popular in next year, so people will be going back towards collecting those guys and getting those guys. So if those guys push on more, because again, it's so early in the footballing career. If they start to do well, their prices are going to go up. If they get to go to the World Cup, their prices are going to go up. Obviously, this is all based on if the market eventually starts to go up, then their prices will. But in terms of what people usually buy into, not a lot of rookies this year. So it's going to be interesting to see how the prices of the products are going to fluctuate next year. And the case in point is Immaculate. I still think people are still going to absolutely try and get all the products, especially first. So there will be a slight rise. But I think when people start to open the stuff and realize that, you're not going to get anyone of major value, I think it's going to majorly affect the price personally. So we'll see on that one. It's something I'm going to obviously keep an eye on. But let's see Janice and see if the population changes. So as you can see, the populations are in the thousands for most cards. And again, obviously, basketball have more sets and parallels and inserts than soccer do, but soccer will get to that level very quickly. Especially it being World Cup year, I think they're just going to pump product out. But I think people are getting smarter with the certain investments. I hope people are getting smarter with certain investments. I don't think they necessarily just buy anything. And I'll take that back slightly. I think they still sell out very quickly, but it's because we haven't got much product, so people just want to rip something new. So I think it still sells out initially, but when we get to a period next year when there's 10 products coming out over the space of 6 weeks, and you see the same checklist, and if the same checklist is got the same players in, I don't think people invest as much in them. So I think people will be privy to that next year, because what happens is when people first come into the hobby, like everything's golden lights, everything's like, oh, this is amazing, and then you realize actual prices of stuff, and then you start to fall back a little bit, and you only start to invest in certain things. So I think that's something that's, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. Again, as I mentioned at the beginning, a lot of this is due to so many factors changing. Like, what if we go back into another lockdown? Because a lot of people contributed the rise of the hobby to the lockdown. It's one of the main reasons why I went further into it, is because at that point I was just getting into the hobby, but then I was locked down and I had more to do. What if it happens again with this new? And we're not talking about the virus, please, no. But what happens if it's another lockdown? Then surely, if that happened in the first lockdown, it's going to happen in the second lockdown. So can you prepare for that? Who knows? But that was a factor. The factor of this, so many more hockey, so many more football people being entered into entering into the hobby is gonna have a factor into it. The fact that fanatics are buying out people left, right, and center. The fact that collectors universe are buying Card Ladder, it just shows that there's a lot going into, a lot of money is going into the hobby. So smart people, and I say smart people, dumb people as well, rich people are usually invest in the right things. Usually invest in the right things. And you follow the money, basically, you follow where the money's going. And I was at an eBay conference in September. I think I was at an eBay conference in September, and they were saying one of the markets they're pushing next year is collectibles, because the rise is, it's phenomenal over the past 2 years. It's risen year on year by so much more. I think it was $2 billion worth of sports cards were sold last year, up till August this year, even, which is, it's just insane. So there's a lot of money going into it. I kind of don't know where I was going with that, but is it what I will show you is market movers, because we're not touched on market movers. And basically what this is going to be is I'll probably do it once a week. It's not just, I mean, it might end up me just being me talking, but looking at investments. I'm trying to still figure out what this can be, but I'm just trying to see what I can invest in, questions that I can help answer. Every week there's something different happening, so we can talk about it. And I just like to kind of put it into a space so everyone can talk amongst each other in the chat. I'll be just looking at excuse me, I'll just be looking at investments in the background, and then, yeah, anyone's got a question, you just throw it out there at any time and we'll answer. So what I like about market movers, what time is it? 5 to 7, jeez. 5 to 7, did I start at 5:30? Jesus, that's almost 90 minutes. Right. Well, for this one, I'll make this the last thing. I don't know how long it's going to last. Market movers. I think it's about $50. Someone did have a question, I think. I can't remember now. Heading off to White Hart Lane. Have a good one. Oh, nice one, mate. Yeah. Hope you lose. If you're I can't say anything else. Hope you lose. So yes. So what was I going to say? Market movers for the third, fourth time is a platform I use. It's not the best. Again, most of these are new to. Most of these are new to soccer. Soccer's new to them. Sorry, soccer's new to them. So a lot of the data is very heavily baseball, basketball, American football, but they are building up into the soccer, into soccer cards and stuff like that. So what I'll show you is the popular card charts. I probably use this more than I do the card ladder. I only use card ladder every now and again. I pay for this, so best flipping make use of it. So what I like about this is, and I'll go into more of a like tutorial, blah blah blah, on another day. But what I like about this is like I said, it gives you a lot of data on cards that I've recently sold. Oh, so let's just go. Jesus, how is that gonna? That's crazy. So obviously it's only going for $13, but because it's you could have got this base card for $1, and now it's selling for, or someone bought it, should I say, not that it's selling for. Someone bought it for $13. Now, as you can see with football, the last seven. So this is the last 7 days, and this is kind of what I'm talking about. The last 7 days, these are the typical sales of certain cards, right? And all I just put in is soccer, is football. If I did the same with basketball, watch me be wrong now. Oh, yeah, I'm absolutely wrong. Oh, the market is down. Jesus. Let's have a look to see. Hold on. If I do the same with basketball, the basketball fans out there will know this more than me, but because I'm in so many groups, I've seen this specific card. I've seen this specific card quite a lot. And as you can see, in the last 7 days, which is crazy to be fair, there's been 429 sales of this specific card. At one stage, you could have got it for $3. Now it's selling for $86. That is insane. My goodness. Wow. So yeah, let's chart this again. I've done that twice now. What did? Let's get this a bit wrong. So here we go. So if I'm going from September, right? From September, anyone could have bought this card for around $4 or $5. Oh my god. See, it always amazes me when I look at stuff like this. So anyone could have got this card for $4 or $5. You go to, when does it start rising? That's insane. You go to, yeah, a few months later, and it's selling for 10, 15, $29. Just this specific card. So if anyone's got it, fucking sell it. I actually don't know. That's the thing. Like I saw someone specifically ask why this card, why has this card gone up so much? And I don't know. I'll try, if I can find the reason, I'll let you know. But I know I've seen this specific card a few times in a few posts. I'm not a basketball guy, so I never really looked into it that much. But the proof's there. The proof's there that this card is selling. Like if we go, so again, 10 times the value. The last one sold for $43 raw. PSA 10 is just sold for 51.10. $510. Again, about the same, about $10. I think someone in the crowd behind him. I can't see who though. Let me have a. Oh, Young Dolph. I'm guessing that's why. So I'm guessing, is that guy? I have no idea who Young Dolph is. What is that? Him? I'm guessing he's the only one I can. Unless that's Young Dolph, which I highly doubt, or that's Young Dolph, and I highly doubt. That could be Young Dolph. Big Dolph. So that might be the reason. But yeah, so from nothing to is he the one who died or something? Must have passed away, I think. From nothing, from a $3 card, it's now a 400. Well, in the PSA 10, it's a $500 card. I expect that to drop because again, it's just the hype around something that's happened. There's a card out there. Yeah, there is a wrap on it. Ah, okay. See, I've that's news to me. So yeah, I'm guessing that guy. So, but as you like I said, so if we go back to the first screen, if we go back to the first screen, 420, and this is just in the last 7 days. So I assume it happened in the last 7 days. So if we do to 14 days, number of sales, I'm guessing that's still the highest. So in the previous 7 days, there was only 70 odd sales, but in the last 7 days, there's been 400. So it's just good to, again, these are the things I use to just trying to get a grasp of certain things that's happening. And if you've got a collection of cards, I know this is basketball, and I think everyone in here will probably be football related. But if then, I don't know, I ain't got a card with someone in the background, but if then something happens, like that's it. It's just a moment that if that person, that rapper, whatever, didn't get shot, that card wouldn't be what it is. It's just that it's had this sharp increase, which is really I'm really interested by that. Really interested by that, in fact. Compared to the next the prospects, the hot rookies, LaMelo Ball, obviously, Anthony Edwards, LeBron's always going to be up there. Tyrese Maxey, never heard of. Tyler Herro, I've heard of. Michael Jordan. Same as football. Ronaldo, Messi, it's going to be Pedri's, Bellingham's. So I mean, let's have a look. Let's go back to our sport. Let's have a look. So they've been at 161, 147. All right, okay. Let's see what the football ones are. This is in the last 7 days. Oh. See, I knew there was a difference. I knew I wasn't wrong. So compare that to football. See, these are all the top players in football. The most has been 14. Whereas you saw the basketball, the most was, if we exclude as an outlier, let's put that Ja Morant as an outlier. The others were 160, 140, 130. So you're looking at 16 times more volume. And that's kind of the gap. That's kind of what I keep looking at myself in this camera. When the camera's there, I should be looking there. As you can see, I'm not a TV personality. I'm now a Twitter, apparently, but whatever that is. So yeah, so that might probably panic a lot of people seeing that there is that difference, and you can see there's not many sales that happen. But if you think of football in the grand scheme of things, not really much has happened in the last week. I don't know basketball. I think it's the start of the season at basketball, or kind of the start of the season, like last month or so. So I would expect similar, not similar levels, but I expect a lull at some point during the NBA season. Whenever that is, I have no idea. Like I said, I am not a basketball guy. I have no idea. But then I expect it to rise again whenever the playoffs are. Same with football. Come February, March time, I expect the volumes to be a lot higher because of the Champions League. The qualifiers will have been decided by them for the World Cup. There'll probably be some decent products out there as well. So there's going to be a lot lot more money going into the hobby. But who knows? Who knows? But you can see from now, the last 7 days, there's not been that many sales, which is intriguing. Very intriguing. Surely there's been more. Let's see if I put in Bellingham. Hey Jude. So yeah, I mean, look at the pop on that. So the pop, PSA 10, tops now Bellingham is 1008, which that's high. That's actually really high. That means they must be grading those for fun. That must mean a lot of those. Oh my god, let me just check the. Whew. Look at that. So that, as you can see as well, which is also very interesting, is here is when, well, I think PSA closed around here. PSA closed there, but still the volumes have gone up majorly. But that's probably more so the price. Max sales. So you could get the Jude Bellingham PSA 10 for 75 quid. $75. The rookie. True rookie, as some people will call it. Very interesting. Does anyone know? Is this one his true rookie? I don't really believe in the Tops Now cards, if I'm being honest. I was never the print on demand. I know in some plays, because they are really rare from a few years ago, I can see the benefit of the Tops Now, but I prefer the hobby versions when they come out in a proper set, rather than the ones where Cole Palmer will score today, there'll be a Tops Now card tomorrow, kind of thing. That's just personal preference, me. I was surprised. I'll admit, I am actually surprised that there was that many. I didn't know in terms of being graded, because when this card came out, has it on the? Oh no, it has it on the card. When this card came out, 19th of the night, a lot would have got stuck in PSA, and subsequently, when he started to do even better, when it shut down in March, there would have been a kind of lull. So to do 1,000, and let's see if we just compare it to Mbappe. I think Mbappe's around 1,000 PSA 10. The Prism. So the base one, which should have the mo. Oh no, that's at 3,000. Oh no, I was looking at the silver. So that's at 3,000, and that's Mbappe. I expect a lot for Mbappe, just because when everyone came into the hobby, when a lot of the people came into the hobby, this World Cup set was the set to get. This was the set to get, the World Cup Prism set, which is why for a lot of the players, apart from Mbappe, the value has dropped significantly. So I was probably leaving past. Let me just show you Ronaldo. Show you. I mean, I don't even know if I can go as far back to when it was literally the card to have compared to where it is now. Let's have a look. I should have just typed in 2018. I don't know. Again, this is all real time, guys. I am. Let me just type in 2018. It's a bit quicker. So if we could go back even further, this would be higher. But as you can see, there was points when this base Ronaldo, and again, the pop's only low, 1,137 compared to who it is when this first came out. It was 270, $280, 260, and then boom. Now for a PSA 10, you're paying $77. imagine, imagine, investing here, knowing that it's going to end up there. That's the danger. That's the danger. And I remember people asking me about this card then, and like, I don't think, because so many people came into it who wasn't aware of the hobby. Wasn't aware of football just in general. They didn't know that there was a set before, which was the 2014 World Cup Prism. So people invested heavily in this because it had just come out. You could still get it up at a reasonable price, but then it absolutely tanked because people then started to buy 2014. Then it tanked more when 2014 tanked, because it's like, well, if you're not paying for the 2014 one, why would I pay for the 2018 one? So, but that is insane. $77 for a PSA 10 base from where it was. I mean, I genuinely hope whoever bought it for 465 is not in the chat. I feel sorry for you. I would, oh God, 465 going from there to 77 now is actually insane. Is actually insane. Whew. So yeah. Actually, let me just see the lineups, guys. Just forgot 2015. Gabriel, oh yeah, he's injured, isn't he? We need Tierney back. We need Tierney. Tavares is good going forward, but defensively, he's got a rookie card in Sapphire, what's quite cheap to get, which could go up in value. But Tierney needs to be there. Glasgow, you still in the chat? I need Aiden. Aiden's gone though. Aiden in the chat. Yeah, I think might struggle tonight. Right, we'll see. So anyway, what did you say? Makoku tops now will be high as well. Anima. Let's have a look, see if we can get it. But yeah, I'd imagine that one's a bit high. Is he on there? It's that one, isn't it? $583. That's reasonably high. It's high, yeah. That is high. The Bellingham one, I didn't expect it to be that high, to be honest, but that's high. But yeah, this one, which in fairness, this one came 2 months after. So again, might have hit more of the PSA traffic. We might see more of them come out. Never know. But again, God, look at where that was. 300, 152, 195. Down to now 68. Might not be a bad investment, that, to be fair. That actually might not be bad because he's not done it. He's not scored for a while, I don't think. People will be able to let me know better. Sorry, just getting Instagram messages. Actually might not be a bad investment if you can get it around $68 for a PSA 10. Because all they need to do is, that's the thing with most of these, all they need to do is go on a scoring run. All they need to do is go on like 4 or 5 game scoring run, and that 68 will easily go to 100 on 100, 200 easily. But yeah, it's pretty bad, that. I mean, let's go when it first started. Oh my God. Now, a lot of people have a lot of money, right? Or most people have a bit of money, potentially, which is why sometimes these prices, some people have it for the PC and they'll pay whatever for it. Some people will pay 800 now, knowing in 5 years' time it's gonna be 2,000, right? For certain players. But when you just look at it in real time and see that decline, paying 800, 625, 725 for it to be go as low as $48 that's insane to me. I'd be sick. If I had that car now, I've got 10 of them downstairs. Actually, no, I gave one away in a prize draw. I think you gave it to Aiden. Um, Jesus. So yeah, paying the beauty of the hobby, paying $800 for a PSA 10 Makoku rookie, and now it's worth 60 odd dollars. Wow, crazy. So yeah, so this what I'll do is I'll wrap up now, almost at the 2 hour mark. I'm actually going to do this on Tuesdays. I just wanted to kind of get on, test it out, see what to talk about, see how many questions get through and stuff like that. So that's why it's been a bit all over the place. It will continue to be all over the place. I don't know why I said that. Like, that's just me. Always just rambling on. But the point of kind of what I want to do with these is to start investing. So if I'm telling someone I'm investing in a certain player, I want to show that I am actually investing in that player. And then in 2-3 episodes time, when I hopefully will have probably sold it, or a few episodes time when I've sold it, and I said, look, I've actually done this. This is the research that I've done. And this is why I've sold it. So to help people just get more of the reasoning behind buying and selling. Again, it's not exact. There's tons of people better than me at doing this, and I'm starting out at reasonably low level. I've got a higher end PC and a higher end collection that if I see something, I'll buy it. But right now, in terms of investments, in terms of what I'm going to flip over the next 2 to 3 months, because that's basically the aim. Now I'm going to invest into things that I'm going to sell over the next 4 months. So if we see a peak, and I bought it, like I said, that Jadon Sancho I bought for $20. I'm going to sell it for 35. I'm not waiting for it to go up to 100. I'm literally said, and then I'll get that money and I'll reinvest it. And that's going to be the point of these, is just trying to like build up this investment pot, build up what's hot, what's not. And then if you want to join in, absolutely. I'm gonna, regardless of whoever's on stream, whoever's not, I'll be going live for 2 hours. I will try and go out live for 2 hours once a week, but it will be probably a Tuesday, around about this time though, around about 6 o'clock for 2 hours. And then yeah, I'm happy to, as you know, Andy in the chat, I'm happy to answer any questions. So like, come next week or come on Tuesday with, if you've got some questions, you've got certain things in your PC, let's have a look. Like, that's what this is there for as well. So if you don't want to spend $50 a week on this, come next week, and then we can have a look at a few of the players or look at a few of the cards. That's what this is for. Again, if you come with 80, 100 players or something like that, then there's going to be limits to what we'll be able to do, because there'll be other people. I'll be doing it myself as well. But I think we can somehow find a balance, and yeah, it's just trying to help people get richer. So please like, subscribe, do whatever you need to do on any of these platforms. I have got a breakout. If that does sell, I'll be doing that about after the game tonight. If it doesn't sell, it'll go tomorrow. That's good. That's got to be an investment. Yeah, to be fair, I'm not going to lie to you. I think that's actually pretty decent. I think that's for it to be a base card. I think that's actually pretty decent, because you can see what volumes people are willing to pay. And imagine if he becomes the Bundesliga top goal scorer next season. unlikely, but imagine if he got there or close to there. That $68 card is not going to be a $68 card. I can pretty much put my house on that fact. So that might be one to look into. So yeah, thanks everyone for joining the stream and bearing with me for this first episode for the last however long I've been on, for an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes. Thank you for the chat. Anyone want to continue the chat? Send me a message on Instagram. I will be having some dinner, and then I'll be watching the Arsenal game. But I'll get back to you at some point today. So again, thank you very much. And next episode will be on Tuesday. So yeah, come down and let's have a chat. So this is Investing in Soccer Cards, episode 1, finished. Have a good evening, guys. See you later.